We are back again with our list of the best teams to join in my career for each position, this time for NBA 2K24. Now, before anybody says it, because I get the comment every year, I use the previous game to use the rosters. So these are the current updated rosters for the 2023-2024 season, but every year somebody says, hey, this is NBA 2K23. So I don't want no comment saying, hey, this is NBA 2K23. I know it's 2K23, but the rosters are accurate for 2K24. So without further ado, guys, like the video, subscribe, and let's get into our first category, which is point guards. And I want you to let me know in the comments if I miss any teams, because obviously I'm only doing top 5, so there might be some other teams that are suitable for the positions. So you just gotta let me know, if I miss any, which I know there's a few more that are gonna be out there, but these are my top 5. It's all personal preference. First team for point guard is the Boston Celtics. Now, they do have Malcolm Brogdon, but they lost Marcus Smart. Brogdon, he's shown some signs of maybe being a playmaker, but if you look at his assists per game, it's 6 assists per game. I mean, I guess he did have 7. It's decent, but they need like a Rondo type person back. Obviously, Tatum and Brown didn't get it done last season. Someone that can help score the rock. They got good big men. They got KP now. I think this team will be a lot of fun to play with. My second team for point guard is the Miami Heat. Obviously, who knows if Damian Lillard's going to get traded to them. It's been months now, and there ain't really no news, nothing really happening. So this list might be subject to change, and watch, he will be traded as soon as I drop this video, because I know they just like to mess with my list here, and I'm just going to predict now he's going to get traded within a few days of this video. That's my prediction. But for now, he's not on the team. This team needs a point guard. It'd be a good team to fit in. I mean, Jimmy and Bam, a lot of fun. You got Caleb shooting threes, Caleb Martin locking it down. I don't know why he's listed at power forward. I mean, I guess he did play some big ball last year, though. They got Thomas Bryant now, and they got that guy Jamie Jaquez Jr., promising rookie. So I think it'd be a lot of fun. Come here and play with Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, help that man win a chip. My third team for point guard is the Brooklyn Nets. Now, they do have Spencer Dinwiddie, and they do have Ben Simmons. This team, I personally will probably try to get to on my career build, is the Brooklyn Nets. I think it would be a lot of fun. They showed a lot of promises last season with Bridges, Claxton's still there, Cam Johnson. The trade, they really panned out very well with this trade. Cam Thomas is going to be there. Finney Smith. Ben Simmons is there as a point guard. He was coming off the bench last year. Even if he's in the starting lineup, I prefer him at like power forward. But that's just me. But if he's not in the starting lineup, he definitely can come off the bench and play some point guard. My guy Lonnie Walker's there. And they got a nice, young, fun team. And I'm really intrigued by this team. And I really think I'm probably going to try to get there on my point guard build. My fourth team is the San Antonio Spurs. Now, you know they was going to show it. You know that it was going to pop up on this list. Victor Wembanyama is now in the NBA. He's on the San Antonio Spurs. There's not much more I could say than play with. Everyone's going to go play with Wemby on their point guard or on their player lock type build. Either way, playing with Wemby is going to be fun. He is going to skyrocket in overall very quickly. He's going to probably be like a 90 in his second season with 2K's progression system. They got my guy Chetty. That's my guy right there. I'm a Cavs fan. Most of y'all know that already, though. But playing with the Spurs, I mean, a point guard to that 1-2 punch with Wemby, I think would be a lot of fun. They said that, my career AI is going to be a lot better this year, so it's really making me excited to play my career again. My fifth and final team is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, he is ready to take over the NBA. You see what he's doing with USA basketball. This team, they still got the big fellas, Cat and Gobert. Conley is their starter. He's 35 or 36. I don't think they've made really any moves um, in the free agency this year. They're just trying to develop the players they got. So come join this team. This is another team I'm thinking about joining for my own personal point guard build. Like I say, with every other thing, it's gonna be a lot of fun playing here with Ant and Cat and Gobert. Our first team for shooting guard is the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball is here. He's been here a couple years now. You know, he's one of the best young playmakers in the NBA. Bridges is coming back. Rozier is their starter. He's 6'1". Hayward, ever since the injury, he's not the same. They just drafted the guy Brandon Miller. They got Mark Williams down low. He's a youngin. Brandon Miller's a youngin. They still got Cody. And who else do we got on this team? Nobody else really. So I think shooting guard for this team is perfect. You're like a 6'5", 6'6", a shooter, someone that can spot up in the corner. You got LaMelo, you got Brandon Miller. They're gonna get to the lane, but if you're a good shooter, you come to this team. LaMelo's gonna find you. You're gonna deliver the ball with beautifulness, with grace, and just right on point to you. Our second team for shooting guard is the Utah Jazz. You've seen the year Lauri Markkanen had last year, All-Star. I'm pretty sure he made an All-NBA team. Kessler, he's on Team USA this year. He don't play much, but he's on the team, and he's a great young talent. Clarkson and Sexton are still there. Clarkson's more of just a scorer. I think he's more of like a six-man type. Sexton's here. He's not a very good assist man, I would say. That's probably a lot of people when he was in Cleveland said that he was just kind of selfish. And I'm a Cavs fan and I see it, but you know what? That's still my guy. He can definitely come off the bench as well and score the ball. And don't forget they traded for John Collins. He's only 26 years young, 6'9", catches lobs out of the gym. They have a good young team. Agbaji, he could shoot that rock. They have a good young team. A shooting guard can come here and take this team to the next level. Our third team for shooting guard is, and it pains me to say this, the New York Knicks. I don't want the Knicks getting any help because you know what? I hate the Knicks. They got rid of my Cavs in the playoffs last year, but a shooting guard will fit in just fine with this team. Brunson, yourself, Barrett, Randall, Robinson. Then you got Hart coming off the bench. DiVincenzo signed there. Good team here. They're ready to take that next step with Brunson and Randall. They need a third. They need a big three. Barrett, is he ready to take that next step? Who knows? Nobody knows yet. So coming to this team should be a lot of fun to play with them. Our fourth team here for the shooting guard position is the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion should be back from injury. Ingram, he's still a dog. McCollum's there at the point. Valanciunas, he's grabbing rebounds like crazy. Trey Murphy, one of the best defenders. Herbert Jones, one of the best defenders. Alvarado is a great defender. You got Larry Nance. I'm not going to go through their whole roster here, but what I'm saying is a shooting guard. Compare that backcourt up with McCollum, just like they were in Portland. Plus, you got these great bigs. Zion can play that power forward. Ingram's at the small forward at 6'8". I mean, this team will be a lot of fun. You could throw lobs to Zion all day long. This team's ready for that next step as well, and a shooting guard to come here could help take them over that hump. I know the Spurs were on here for point guard, but I have them on here as shooting guard as well. And for many of the same reasons I said about the point guard, that they're just a young team, and plus they have the most hyped player maybe in NBA history in Wembanyama. So I think still it's just going to be a lot of fun playing here. Vassell's the starter. He could slide the point. He could slide to the 4 or the 3. My fault. Keldon Johnson can slide to the 4. There's a lot of lineup possibilities with this team. Teams are getting smaller and smaller. They want to shoot more. They want to be quicker. So I think that, this team has a lot of great roster possibilities. And I think a shooting guard will fit in just fine here. Our first team for the small forward position is my favorite team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got Donovan, Darius, Mobley, Allen, who choked in the playoffs, Mobley, no offensive game in the playoffs. Garland and Mitchell, they came out and did their thing, of course, except Mitchell a few games. You know, they were off, but I'm not getting into these Cavs struggles right now. They signed Strus. Okoro's still there. They got Ty. Dean's still there. And they signed Georges Niang. They got the young fella, Imani Bates. But it's going to be a long time for Bates is ready to take over that small forward position. Cavs would have won that series against the Knicks if Lamar Stevens was starting, but he was not. Oh, well, it's all good. Lamar, hopefully he finds a new home soon. But small forward for this team is they are missing a big 3-and-D type of guy. 6'8". Bring him on. Bring him on in, please, for me. Second team for the small forward position is the Memphis Grizzlies. You can come play with Ja Wick, Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane. Great shooter, great scorer here. Smart is now there at the point guard. He'll most likely start at the 2, which will slide Bane to the 3. Because I'm not seeing them bringing Smart off the bench. Maybe they do. But if you go Ja, Smart, Bane, Jackson, Adams, you can still fit in at small forward here. You can bring Smart off the bench. You can bring Bane off the bench. There's a few possibilities that you can do here with this team. But either way, the point I'm making is this team is going to be fun to play with. Ja is a highlight show all in himself. Plus, you have a great young team, a great defensive team. The defensive player of the year is on the team, Jaren Jackson Jr. So, come here with Memphis. Help, the critics shut up because they're on Ja's head right now. Our third team for small forward is the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray did not have the season they wanted to have last year. Not at all. Capella's still here. Okongwu's still here. They didn't really make too many, moves here in the offseason. They're sticking with Trae and Murray. And Trae's good. Murray's good. Great defender. Small forward come here. Because who's their start? DeAndre Hunter, he's been there too long to not have really made an impact on this league. He's not done nothing at all. Come here to the Atlanta Hawks. Help this team get over that hump. Our fourth team for small forward is the Sacramento Kings. You seen what they did last season. Almost took care of the Warriors in the first round. Great young team. A scary young team. This team will also work for a shooting guard because Herter's their starter. And I know my guy can score that rock. There's no way he's 6'7". I don't believe that. But I know my guy can score the rock. He could shoot the rock, I should say. Malik Monk's a great scorer. He's more of a 6-man type guy. Keegan's there. He's not 6'4", is he? I feel like these heights are all weird. But either way, this team, you've seen what they did. They're a great young team. Bring your small forward here. You can do a lot of crazy things, bro. I'm telling you, this will be a lot of fun playing small forward here in Sacramento. And our fifth and final team for small forward is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shea, he is what we've all been waiting for from him. He finally showed what he can do. That we all knew that was coming. He's only 25. Giddey's at the 2. He's real good too. The Thunder did not miss with him at all. Dort is their starter. I love Dort. He's a great defender, great shooter. The consistency just ain't there though. I think this team could work with a new starting small forward, someone that can score the rock. Because if you really think about it, Shea is their best scorer. Giddey's an assist man. Jalen Williams can score. He's not a power forward, though. I don't know why he's listed as that. Dort, he can shoot. He's not really much of a scorer. And they got young Chet down in the paint. Bro, a small forward would be so fun on this team. I actually made a small forward last year, and I had a lot of fun playing with the Thunder. So come on down to OKC and make some noise here on the Thunder. Our first team for power forward is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I just talked about them for small forward, but now we're here at power forward, and same thing I just explained. Great young team. Shea is scoring the ball with ease. They need a power forward here, because if you do Shea, Giddey, Dort, then yourself, and then Chet, you don't even need to be a defensive-minded power forward. You can come here and be a scorer, or even an undersized power forward, like a 6'8" power forward that can move and groove a little bit. Come here. This team's already about to take a big leap this season, but with you on the team, they're going to take a humongous leap. Our second team for power forward is the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I had them on my list for point guard, and now I have them again on my list for power forward. Looks like Dorian Finney-Smith will be their starter, and he's a good player, great role player, but is he a game changer? Is he a difference maker? Not really. So, a good power forward that can come here, a shooter, maybe someone that can, hold it down in the paint, a big body type guy, someone that can defend, grab them rebounds, help out my guy Claxton down in the paint, who's a beast, by the way. Claxton's a dog. But come to this team with the power forward build, it's going to be a load of fun. Third team for power forward is the Dallas Mavericks. This team struggles with big men, I will say. Their best big man was KP, Kristaps Porzingis, here recently with Luka, and it just didn't work. Kyrie's here now. They got Tim. They got Hardy. They got Seth. But they do have JaVale, but I'm pretty sure they're going to waive him or do something along the lines that he will not be on this team. They did sign Grant Williams, but he's not really much of a starter in my eyes. He's 6'6". They need a big power forward here. I'm about 6'10", someone huge, someone that is going to catch lobs from Luka, but someone that can also maybe space that floor and get Luka and Kyrie a wide open paint. Our fourth team for power forward is the Charlotte Hornets. I had them on my list for shooting guard, but if you look at their centers, they got Richards. He's not even that good, honestly. But they do have Mark Williams, who I do like a lot. And I think he needs to, have a good full season to really showcase what he can do. But you're talking power forward here. Miles Bridges is their power forward. He's only 6'7", which is a decent size for a power forward. But you could have LaMelo, Terry, then Bridges, and then you at the power forward, and then Mark Williams at the center. Like I said, LaMelo is a great playmaker. He's going to want to pass the ball to you. Maybe someone that could stay in that corner, let LaMelo do his thing, and then zip it to you in the corner. Shoot them threes, pump fake, drive to the lane, do something like that. A scorer is what this team really needs. Someone that can score, and a power forward that can score like Anthony Davis. Someone that type of build would benefit a lot here. Our fifth and final team, for power forward is the Chicago Bulls. Zach's here. My guy Lonzo is still hurt, and it's confirmed that he will miss the rest of the season, or the whole season. But in 2K, he will not be hurt. He should be good in your MyCareer. So he will be your starting point. Then you can have Zach, DeMar, yourself, and then either Vucevic or Drummond, which obviously Vucevic is the better option. Drummond's a great rebounder, definitely a better rebounder than Vucevic, but Vucevic is a great scorer. Now, power forward, come on over here. Vucevic is a great scorer, but he's not a great rebounder or defender. So if you are a power forward, you can sit in that paint and help defend it, help protect it, and come here and probably like a good rebounder defensive type build for the Chicago Bulls. Our first team for the center position is the Dallas Mavericks. This is a big need for the Dallas Mavericks. They need a big man. JaVale McGee is about to get waived or released, and Dwight Powell just ain't it. He's not him. So Luka and Kyrie need a big that can defend, also maybe shoot in the corners, space the floor out for these two scorers right here. But also, you're going to get yours too. The big three is here with Luka, Kyrie, and yourself. Make it happen. Our second team for the center position is the Washington Wizards. They got Kuzma, they got Poole, they got some good youngins. They got Kisper and I can't ever say his name, Avdiha. Gallinari's here. I did not know that, actually. I did not know that one. But their starting center is most likely Daniel Gafford. They lost Kristaps Porzingis. He went to the Celtics. So the Wizards are in need of a big. Now Kuzma and Poole, we know, can score. Poole, I don't know if he's going to actually be the starting point guard. Most likely he's going to be a shooting guard. But you at center is going to benefit a lot on this team. They're going to need someone that can score the ball, obviously, because we know Kuzma and Poole are streaky scorers. They're either going to give you 25 or they're going to give you 7. So they need someone that's consistent and can score as a center. But come on down to Washington. Help these guys take that leap. Our what is it? Third team for the center position is the Atlanta Hawks. Like I said earlier, for my, what did I give them? Oh, small forward. They need a center as well. Trae Young is a great playmaker and scorer. DeJounte Murray is a decent scorer, but a great defender. They got Clint there. He's been there a while, but they're not really going to miss him at that starting spot. He's a great rebounder for sure. He plays decent defense. I think someone that Trae can throw lobs to. Collins is gone. He got traded. So someone that Trae can throw lobs to, because he loves throwing his lobs, especially to John Collins and Capella. Someone he can throw lobs to, someone that can score the ball as well as grab rebounds and play a little defense is definitely going to benefit from playing with Trae Young for sure. Our fourth team for the center is the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, I didn't want to put this team on my list because the Clippers, I feel, are pretty stacked, and Zubac and Plumlee are pretty decent actually. But I got to thinking, what is this team missing? Why are they not able to win a playoff series? And I know Kawhi was gone, but still, without Kawhi, it's a pretty good team. And now I'm just thinking they need a center. They need a scoring center, someone that can score. Russ, his scoring days might be behind him, even though he had a great playoffs. But I think he's more of a playmaker guy. Get these guys the balls. These two guys the ball. Get yourself there that can score. And now you're going to be fed by Russell along with the other two. And you guys are going to form the new big three in LA. Take over the Lakers. Fifth and final team for center is the Orlando Magic. They got Wagner, but their best player is Paolo Banchero. He's a power forward. He does not play center. Wendell Carter Jr. is their starter. I don't remember seeing Man play last year at all. I feel like he was hurt a lot, or I don't even know. I don't watch that much Magic. But I do know that they need a big. They have a lot of guards. It feels like every year they draft a guard. They got Fultz, Cole, then they got Suggs, Gary Harris, and I know I'm missing one. Am I not? Oh yeah, and they just drafted Anthony Black. They have a lot of point guard, shooting guards, and they need a center to pair up with Banchero. There's a lot of great centers, a lot of great big men duos in this league. Gobert, Towns, Jarrett Allen, and Mobley. Even back in the day with Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. It can work. We've seen it work, and this is no different here. Banchero's a scorer, but you can still come here and score that ball. But what they need from a center is a defender, a rim protector, great rebounder, and just a lob threat, a double threat. That's all they're really missing. But I think the Magic are going to make the playoffs this year. Just my prediction, but we'll see what happens here. Alright guys, that is all I got. Hopefully you enjoyed the list. Hopefully it gives you a little insight of what you want to do, maybe what kind of build you want to make, and who you want to play for. If it did help, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and as always guys, I will see you in the next one.